What's up, everybody? This is your boy Connie Westside, the best side. Hey, man, thank you for checking out MTV Sports, man. This is the Huddle Up. Make sure you check out everything else that we do on the YouTube channel. We have Season with the Baby Rattlers. We will be coming back with Hard in the Paint podcast, and we got some other stuff working and cooking up.
Facts.
So, man, if you want to check us out, if you want to follow us, man, continue to follow us. Make sure you also follow Newlanta, follow the Not the Same podcast. Follow my boy Andrew. I forgot the name of his podcast, but the Hometown Podcast.
No,
follow these guys.
Boomtown Pod.
Boomtown.
Boomtown.
Follow Boomtown Podcast. Hey, man, this is our squad tonight, man. Everybody give them a shout out. Say, hey.
Hey.
We are live. It's your man, the myth, the legend, the voice, hosting the MTMV Huddle Up on behalf of El Capitan Rick Sincere. I don't know what that is. I'm not paying attention. I'm going to cut your video off in a minute because you're messing up. You're messing up my ability to flow on this, Mr. Conrad Westside. But anyway, we've got a full house tonight. We have the ladies of Newlanta, Millie Rock and Bonnie Banks. We got all the way from Old Canada, my man with the Boomtown Podcast, none other than Andrew himself. And then the newest edition, the newest podcast on the MTV Sports Network, Not the Same Podcast. We got the Lou in the house. It's the Lou takeover. That's why if you're watching the video, you see the arch. I can't do it right. The arch in the background coming from home plate.
Shaped just like your headphones.
Oh no! Hey, it is
front
what
of your head can fit through that one.
It is what it is.
The circumference of my head is like the arch.
That's why you got a hat on, because you don't want nobody to see your flat.
I know, right?
Bald head.
My hairline left me like 2 years ago. Actually 10.
Anyway,
hey,
broke up,
brother.
You know.
Mine left me a long time ago. I just gave it up.
Yeah.
Listen.
Yeah. Take control. Thank you, Bonnie. Yeah. Take control of your follicles. Don't let them leave you.
You ain't got to show off Conrad.
They want to go. No,
West Side. Let it flow West Side.
Okay.
Yeah, make them all mad.
Real.
Listen, if you have hair, you are actually out the group right now.
Andrew got some hair.
All right.
Got some locks.
I can put it in your bun. Me too.
But all right. But yeah, again, we got Rob Redeem and C Micah of the Not the Same Podcast as well. Connie Westside's in the building. Will Smith is in the building. Miles Austin is in the building. So let's get the party started with headlines. And Millie Rock and Bonnie Banks, as being the ladies, we're going to respect them and let the ladies go first. Your headline for all to read and just laying out the groundwork. You give us your headline. You got 30 seconds to give us your headline. Maybe like the first paragraph of your article, and then we will vote whether or not that's an article that we will be reading. 30 seconds on the clock, and the time starts now.
Oh, I'll go first, I guess. Let me know when to go.
Right now.
Okay.
About 10 seconds in.
Tack gets sacked, y'all. The Falcons have waived their defensive end, Takaris McKinley, after he went on a little bit of a Twitter rant calling the Falcons out for not meeting his trading deadline. So, which is crazy because this is not the first time Tack has gotten in trouble or been noticed for doing something a little on edge. Because when he was drafted in 2017 by the Falcons, he actually dropped an F-bomb during his draft speech. So he was already kind of like on the edge, and this was just the final straw, you know, after kind of maybe a abysmal performance last season. And we know how the Falcons have started this season. The Falcons have moved on. Was this a good move? I'm not sure.
All right, so everybody, are we reading that article or not? Because honestly, I didn't know who he was. I kind of saw something earlier about him today. Yeah, I don't know if I'm reading it though.
I think I might skip.
And anybody else? Any of our teammates reading the article?
I would check it out.
Sip.
I would check that. I like the headline. You heard a little bit about tax, so I would hop into it just to see what it's all about.
All right.
And they put a little sauce on it, so I like it.
Okay. All right.
I agree with the West because of the sauce and her doing all that. Yeah, I read it just to see because it must be juicy the way they were doing it. So I'm like,
it was hot tea.
Yeah.
All right. And then she took a sip too, so that might.
Literally.
It's piping hot, sis.
All right. So, Andrew, what's your headline, sir?
Extra. Read all about it. Air Hawkins. This man out here with the revolutionary glove, reaching above 4 other people, grabbing that thing, pulling it down, representing the Jordan brand.
That's big. That's big. That's a good plug.
That's dope.
On the picture.
I think
click on the picture.
You got.
I see what I'm picking up. What you're putting down. Yeah. See, now we know better now. Right.
Like
short and sweet.
All
That's a
right.
good headline. I like that.
That's dope.
Okay. Sounds like a lot of people are reading.
We're reading.
Not the same podcast. What would your headline be?
I'm gonna defer to my compadre, Mr. Robert Dean. Go ahead, brother.
Appreciate you, brother. Headline is Chris Paul, help or hindrance. With the latest trade involving Chris Paul to the Phoenix Suns, has the 10-time All-Star turned into just another league journey?
Ooh, I like that. I like that.
I'm reading it.
We ain't
reading.
How are we gonna read that? Yeah.
Hey,
I'm reading that.
Rob, give me some, Rob. Give me some.
That's a big shot.
Rob, don't leave him hanging, brother.
Oh,
Don't
my bad,
leave him
brother.
hanging,
Hey, I ain't used to the virtual pounds, bro. You gotta.
all right.
Hey, throw up a West or something for me. The West. Yeah, there you go. Give me that.
All right. So, MTNV. I mean, we can't kind of go out like that. So who brings some headlines for our squad?
I got one. I'm actually going to take the same approach for the same story, but I'm looking at, is it time to shine in Phoenix? I think with the trade with Chris Paul going to the Phoenix Suns, I think they have a legit team in the West. After what he did with OKC last year, we didn't expect anybody for OKC to be where they were, to be a playoff contending team, and to do what they did in the bubble. So I think Chris Paul got something to prove, and he got legit stars next to him. So I think Phoenix is going to do something crazy this year.
Okay. All right. Are we reading that or not? Rob set the bar super high. So.
I mean, I wrote most of the article, but go ahead. Yeah, y'all read it. I've been writing it since the bubble, but it's cool.
Facts.
But St. Louis, we had to put our little sauce on it to make it right. I'm not saying that Rob has the best headline because of the St. Louis.
You repping hard today, though. I love it.
Man,
he repping hard.
He didn't got some.
Look, all this ATL
some reinforcements.
We got the STL in today, so I got to take advantage of it. All right.
ATL always by itself, but I still represent stand up.
Down south, the dirty South was real. Come on now.
So, Will, Westside, either of y'all have?
I got
headlines?
some. I got some.
Right.
Miles may not like it, but my headline is have you lost your mind? Chucky played too much. The Raiders done messed around and took a victory lap around Arrowhead Stadium after they won, upsetting offensive guru Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes and the rest of them Chiefs. Boy, they about to get a butt whooping.
Oh man, y'all almost
I read
the one we gave
when you get Andy Reid mad and he got a bye week.
Hey, I'm ready. I'm excited for that game.
I am too.
Yeah.
So I take
finally
it
be
that's
silent.
That's the AFC West matchup for the week.
You better know.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I don't know if I'm reading that one because I couldn't understand. Chucky.
That's a Denver.
I said Chucky, man, because they called John Gruden Chucky of Child's Play.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was good. I like that.
I called it, brother. That was a good word.
I'm reading it.
I'm reading it.
Okay. All right. Now
I feel good at 6-3 right now, so I'm good.
You should, and then when y'all lose the rest of the
game,
you're not gonna feel so good. Anyway,
it's been a minute.
All right, you know what? We're gonna allow the ladies of Newlanta to redeem themselves. So,
on you, Bonnie.
Really, do you,
I'm feeling
Bonnie? If you have a headline.
Just because I was hearing a lot of ATL hate.
And we only got 2 representatives from MTMV this week, so yeah.
That's true.
But we're gonna let the ladies redeem.
Oh, I had some smoke, but go ahead.
Okay, all right. Hold that smoke for the ending session. Yes.
You gotta say hold that smoke like you used to.
Pass. Sheesh.
I ain't say that. Will did. All right. Miss Banks.
Okay, it's me. Came better than Niners. We're Niners? Okay. All right. Was that last week? Last week. Okay. Here we go. Will Drew Brees ever play again after his game injury with multiple ribs fracture on both sides of his chest and a collapsed lung on the right side? Will he actually have a quarterback career?
Whoa.
I'm not reading it. She said ribs on both sides of his chest.
Okay, and I like going in the middle.
They clearly don't know anatomy. I don't know. He got ribs on the side of his chest. That boy different.
Not reading it because it's going. Oh,
really? I knew what you were saying. I'm saying.
I'm reading. I'm gonna read.
Yeah, it's just.
I'm gonna read.
Multiple ribs fracture.
I will read it.
I'm reading it.
I mean, that's real though.
You gotta give it to the editor first.
That's a crazy injury.
It's kind of crazy.
He's not young. He's not young.
Right, and I feel like the Saints have been kind of trying to try out with different quarterbacks. You know, they have Jameis Winston right now. And I feel like they're trying to decide, like, okay, who is going to take over for Drew Brees? Because he is getting older. I mean, quarterbacks are starting to, some of those really, really classic quarterbacks that we've always had are starting to retire. So it's like,
could be the next.
I feel like
she didn't say old. She said really classic.
Taysom 100% got disrespected.
I agree, bro.
I was about to say, I don't know if I felt the only way. Like, I feel like you threw Jameis in there and Taysom's been there.
I mean, it's his second time getting skipped.
James is a turnover machine, man. Like,
yeah, but
within 5 minutes, he
man.
throw a turnover.
Y'all not gonna sit here and talk about Jameis like that.
He's still a better
I like him, man, but
Chase
he's looking
is
bad
Nah,
out there.
man. Jameis is a complete quarterback compared to Taysom Hill.
Did you say complete quarterback after going 33 and 30 last year?
Bro, he's complete.
Compared to.
He's not complete.
No.
he's not complete.
Taysom
He's not complete.
Compared to Taysom Hill?
He's worth $1
Compared to
million.
Taysom Hill.
He's better than Taysom.
So
He's way better than Taysom.
Yeah, he's better than Taysom.
But he has to improve on his decision making.
Taysom more of a specialist, really.
Yeah.
He's a glorified tight end.
What happened?
Have we really got to see Taysom though? Like, give him the ball and lead it. Like, hey, this you're gonna lead the offense.
Well, if
have we really seen that?
We need Ernest on here.
We seen him run.
Yeah. Well, look, I'm letting this one go a little bit longer for El Capitan. I'm gonna ask everybody to let the ladies speak. I don't think they have as strong mics as the rest of us do. So,
so you're telling us we need to speak louder?
you can do that. Yeah, that would help. That would help. But go ahead. We're gonna let you all close out this segment, and then we're going to go into the next segment. So go ahead.
Can we do another headline?
No, we got to move on to the classic chat.
Okay.
You know that's coming up. But you were saying something, and I couldn't hear you all over all the powerful, booming, testosterone-filled voices that we have on the line.
Right. I heard a lot of Taysom Hill. I heard a lot of Taysom Hill support, and it's good that y'all are all in his corner. But the real question is, what does this mean for the Saints? You know, they are kind of being forced now to make that decision that I think they've been kind of soft on and depending on Drew Brees to really carry their team. And the Saints are really good right now. They're going into a game against the Falcons. I'm not sure where that leads us. We're going to get to that later. But what does the future quarterback situation look like for the Saints?
That's right.
All right. With that being said, we are going to take a quick break. And when we come back on the other side, we're going to get into some classic chat. And hopefully Conrad is a little happier You know, he doing his best Fury Styles imitation, bootleg Fury Styles, because he don't have the Chinese balls. He got D battery. So pray for
D battery.
All right, keep it locked. MTMV Sports Huddle Up.
That's two.
So I made it to good old Atlanta, and I got the homie, the man himself. Gang. We out here, man. This your boy Connie Westside. I got Rick Sincere with me. You know, my team, my voice. We out here, man. Bro, this is Squad's Day Out. All right, so, you know, Squad's out here. Squad's Day Out. Will, tell us where we're at, man.
What up, man? We at St. Pius High School for the ANC, it's American National Combine. Checking out some players, man, that's trying to get on either with the NFL or the CFL. They're getting some evaluations from the guy that runs this and has started it. So we're hoping to see some good players today, get some interviews for MTMV Sports, and hopefully kind of get their name out there.
Yeah, never mind that. Tell me.
What's up, man?
Tell me. Because I'm critiquing every position today. How are you going to be with the corners today?
I'm going to be on it, man. You know, I played that position, so,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was very good at it. I had a scholarship for college at it, so, I mean, I know the position.
I
know what's supposed to be done. You know what I'm saying? Just the owner right here.
I won't get in yet.
Ernest Ricks, owner of MTMV Sports. Yeah.
I want to see quarterbacks today, right? Mm-hmm. I'm excited about seeing quarterbacks. I'm excited about seeing the O-line. Hopefully, well, we'll see. I don't know. I ain't seen no big guys out there. I ain't seen no real linemen, but I know they come later, right? So but I ain't see D linemen out there either. So I know defense is early, right? Yeah. So I'm looking for D linemen.
Yeah, they doing more of the edge rushers. I saw a couple of edge rushers.
You saw a couple of edge rushers? I ain't seen any big bodies yet. So I'm looking for those guys. I'm gonna see those. I'm looking to pay attention to those guys. Huh?
Bro, no. So here's the
plan.
I
can go to work, bro. I can go to work. I ain't in the game.
Well, like, here's the thing, man. So they're trying to set me up for the 40 right now. So I don't know if I'm gonna run it.
What you running 40 in 5-1?
Man,
that's what I said.
He said 5-1, man. The last time I clocked in was 4.7.
Okay.
But I'm thinking I'm about 5.6. That was 11. That's 2011.
I'm probably about 5 something now. 41 years old, man. I ain't got that speed no more.
Oh, man. You still got, look at them legs. Look at them legs.
We're going to be fast to get these interviews today.
Yeah, so let's go get the cameras.
Let's get the cameras. Let's go ahead and set up.
So you're trying to be professional in the vlog, man. You can't be professional in the vlog. See, in the vlog, you gotta talk trash. This is where you talk your prime trash. Right?
I'm trying to get set up. They about to open it up.
Oh yeah, we gotta go to work. I'll holler at y'all later.
What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the Huddle Up, and it's time for a segment that was created by our own Connie Westside called Classic Chat. So you got to do the jazz hands with the Classic Chat. All right, and in our Classic Chat,
look like y'all doing spirit fingers.
Right, that's too close.
Hey, how Tori Lee did it in the video you did with this?
No, we're not gonna do that. No, anything Tori Lee.
Nobody rolling at all in here. Right.
Yeah.
It's strict no body rolling policy.
All right. So in our Classic Chat, we're gonna pull straight from Bleacher Report. Salute to Bleacher Report. They put out a list of the top 10 all-time players in the NBA. Starting off number 1 with Jordan. You know, really not too much of a controversy there.
No hoot and hollering? I don't hear any hoot and hollering.
LeBron number 2.
That was safe.
Kareem number 3. Magic number 4. Bird number 5. Shaq number 6. Duncan number 7. Bill Russell number 8. Wilt the Stilt number 9. And number 10.
Disrespect.
Stephen Curry
Wait, was Kobe name in there? Kobe name wasn't in there?
No, it wasn't. Let me get to it. Hold on.
This is trash just because there's no Kobe.
Can I start off, please?
No.
Please,
Okay.
can I start off?
All right.
Give me a few seconds.
No.
I'm not even going to do anything crazy.
I know you're not. But we're giving it to Miles. We're giving it to our NBA.
Give it to the NBA analyst.
Giving it to our NBA correspondent first.
I'm part of this, but you know. Yeah.
Miles,
I got you next.
What happened
All right,
here?
Miles,
What
go
happened?
ahead,
This
sir.
nonsense.
Okay, first, my animosity is right there at everybody else on their level. The first question for me, right? It wasn't. I'm a diehard Laker fan. For those who don't know, look, the fact that Shaq made the list and Kobe doesn't, and Steph Curry gets top 10 makes no sense to me whatsoever. I read the list, right? So obviously Jordan, that's kind of universal. Number one, we can get that right. I'd move around the list, but I don't feel bad about the players in the top 10. Besides Curry needs to go immediately. Kobe needs to be in there for sure. That's done. It's done. 20 years with a team, 5 championships, and Shaq makes it for what he did. Like obviously the most dominant center we've seen. But if I'm looking at this, Curry's got to go. Kobe's got to be in. And for that reason, like Bleacher Report always does some mess like this. ESPN is good for this, throwing out some lists that don't make no sense whatsoever. These are great names. They picked. I think this is a run of the mill type of list. Like right, you pick 10 people. Let me pick the best people. Kareem. You obviously got Jordan, LeBron, Kareem. Most points in history. Magic, Bird for what they did in that era. Duncan for being a big fundamental. Russell for 11 rings. Will, I don't know if I mean Will individual talent, but he always got beat up by Bill Russell. So for me, like, I don't know if he would have made my top 10, right? Kobe definitely got to be in there. Curry has an argument for top 20, maybe 25, but top 10 is way too high. Bleacher Report is being very rude to the late great Kobe Bryant with this list. And as an NBA correspondent, I was hurt when I read it. And a diehard Laker fan, I was more hurt when I read it. The fact that Shaq got on here and I was like, wait a second, Bean didn't make the list. I don't understand. So when you said shout out to Bleacher Report, I almost like took it back. Like, nah, we good on that.
Nah, ain't no shout out. less lists.
Yeah,
Less
I think it's a run of the mill list. I think it's one of those. But the fact that Curry made top 10 don't make no sense to me whatsoever. And I lost respect for Bleacher Report with this one. With no being in the top 10, it didn't make no sense whatsoever. So that's my take on it. I mean, it's a run of the mill list, man, and the disrespect for the Kobe Bean Bryant.
Okay.
Hold on, just a moment. We're gonna let Conrad go. He was showing us another beautiful Conrad creation. You can get that on MTMV. PN stands for Podcast Network. So mtmvpn.com. Hit the link for shop, and you could get that beautiful creation that he had celebrating all things LA. But Conrad, go ahead, and then we will come to Newlanta.
I think this argument has been, I don't know, it's been ran into the mud. Like, we all know who your top 10 is. Everybody's top 10 should be the same. Everybody's top 10 should have Kobe in there, and Kobe should definitely be in the top 3. There should not be no argument here. Classic chat or not, this should be one of those. This should be one of those things that this should have been spicy talk. Because honestly, if Shaq came up with this list, Shaq needs to go. Shaq needs to go to therapy. Look, I do mental health. I know. I can spot a mental patient from a mile away. And Shaq, you gotta be one, bro. Because no one is arguing. Oh man, yeah, Kobe ain't on the list for 10. What?
Facts.
Get out of here, man.
Big facts.
That's all I gotta say.
All right, ladies.
Okay, so here's my thing, and I'm not saying this because I'm not a basketball fan, and I'm not saying that any of these people on the list, like, you know, all the greats, you know, like Magic and Russell. Well, you know, seeing all them on there is always like really great, but the one that I really can't wrap my head around is probably Larry Bird. I don't know. I know people love it.
I'm with you.
Larry was a baller.
With you though. Keep going.
So high on the list. Why is he so high on the list?
Come back.
He was a monster.
At the same time, I feel like, you know, it's crazy to me how I keep seeing LeBron inching closer and closer closer and closer, because before he probably would have been number 3, number 5. It's crazy to see that Kobe doesn't even make the list, but LeBron is number 2. So it's like, I feel like they don't want to put LeBron number 1. Y'all don't want to put LeBron number 1. And I think it's because we want to hang on to our nostalgia a little bit. But basketball has definitely changed.
Talk, Millie.
So I'm just saying, this list does not reflect what is going on right now. It is just, I know it's greatest of all time.
Right, because it's all time. I'm sorry.
It's all time.
Yeah, this is all time.
But it's just, to me, I'm like, there's some names on here who I'm like, I've seen other players now who are getting closer to surpassing. So I'm just like, can we just keep using greats because we have such this nostalgia for them? And we're like, oh, we know that Larry Bird is a fixture of the Celtics. You know, we know that.
But Larry Bird, okay. So I will have to say, I thought the same thing.
Right.
But Larry Bird actually dominates very well for a tall 7-foot white man.
Right.
He does very well on the floor. So I like Larry Bird in this. Jordan's always gonna be number 1 for me. Kobe is top 3. LeBron, Michael, and Kobe for sure. But the one I don't understand is Tim Duncan. I'm not going for anybody that averages 19 points and 10 rebounds a game. I'm just not doing that.
No,
and
no
Steph
love for
Curry
Mr.
needs to go
Fundamental.
also.
What?
I can't agree.
No love for Mr.
I cannot agree with this.
Bank shot Poppy can't get no love.
Yes, he was born, but he was great.
Duncan was born, but he was consistent.
Yes,
He was consistent.
Very consistent.
Yes.
5.
On both sides.
See, Mike,
Defense and offense.
5.
Yes, sir.
you said you could understand Millie and Bonnie's take regarding Larry Bird. Yeah.
Yes, Mr. Broback.
Go ahead.
Mr. Broback.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead, my brother.
But not for the movie's sake. I'm just saying his back is back.
Yeah. That would hurt. Yeah.
Clarification.
Yeah, his back was broke. Yeah.
Please.
Go ahead and expound on that though. Even though I'm not liking all this talk because I am a Celtics fan, but
I love a good Celtics.
Never.
Love a good Celtics.
Never like that. Never.
Yeah.
That's because you don't like greatness.
Yeah, I'm not a Celtics fan neither. But my thing about Bird is this. I love Bird's mentality. Like, he had the same mentality as Jordan, but not the same talent.
That's
the problem. So, like, Jordan go out there and say, look, ain't nobody else going to score, and then they don't score, and he scored 45. Bird is just okay to me. Like, I think you put Michael Jordan in the league right now, he's still dominating. You put Bird in the league right now, he is not dominating absolutely nothing. He ain't gonna be able to stick nobody. He ain't gonna be able to get to the hole. All he can do is spot up and be a Dirk with less athleticism. And Dirk didn't have athleticism. So I'm sorry. But I think he is great. But I think he should be like at the very bottom list where Curry is. And it's an absolute travesty that Kobe is not on there. Because the closest thing to Jordan still to this day is Kobe Bean Bryant.
And let's be clear. Yeah. For the coldest white boys in the league, bro, no one talks about Pistol Pete. Pistol Pete was that dude.
Yes.
No one talks about Pistol Pete. Pistol Pete was actually athletic.
Crossover and his passes.
What?
Yes.
And then now you got Luka. No one talk about Luka. Like, yo, Luka coming up, bro.
Everybody, Luka, yeah.
Luka, you know what I'm saying? Cold white boys. What was you saying?
So that's what I'm saying. Like, maybe Larry Bird, you know, he was a real tall white boy, you know, first of the league. You can't knock down your first, right? Like,
he wasn't the first. The whole league was white.
We go like George Mikan back in the day or something.
Right.
Like, it's been a whole bunch of firsts of the less melanated brothers.
Yeah,
I think speak to that.
I always feel like Larry Bird is given the benefit of the doubt sometimes. So I'm like,
I think it's because of the Celtics run though.
Right, exactly, because he was on a winning team.
But we hear Rob talk. Rob look like he's about to say something. Rob,
go ahead, bro. Mr.
Hey, first of all, I'm gonna let y'all know the list that I read because I went on Bleacher Report and looked this list up, and LeBron nor Curry was on there. And the honorable mention, it was all.
Were you on 2019? Because they had several of them.
I was looking at 2020, and they had the all time, and I figured he had to be a Laker fan because Kobe was on there.
Right.
Wilt was on there. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was on there. Honorable mention was even Jerry West. So I'm like, he had to be a Laker fan.
Right.
His name on the report. because they were looking at the all-time. It wasn't people who are still actively playing. It was their all-time list who have played the game. So if you look at it from that standpoint, then yeah, you take LeBron and you take Curry off and you put all-time, and then yeah, you put your Kareems and you put your Kobe definitely number 3 or number 2 on the list. The rest of the list was the same with the exception of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was on there and Kobe Bryant was on there. But this was all time for players who had already played and who had already retired. That's one. The reason why Larry Bird gets that greatness or the hype that he get from the NBA, first of all, him and Magic went at each other in college when they were playing for their respective colleges. When they got drafted to the league, one went to the Lakers, one went to the Celtics, the 2 greatest franchises of NBA history, and they kept that rivalry going. Now, don't get me wrong. Bird had some dog in him. But when you're looking for a great height, I'll leave that middle word out. You got to do it. But he also talked this stuff, and he backed it up as far as he had a 3-pointer. He was gritty. He would jump to the ground. You know, he was a straight dog with it. But I think sometimes other folks are overshadowed by it. But you got to think he played for Boston. They got more championships than anybody, unless they tie with the Lakers now.
They tie with the Lakers. Now.
Okay, so now they tied. So you talking about the 2 greatest franchises? Of course, they're gonna pit. It sells tickets. Magic, Bird. Then it was Jordan versus Bird, and it's to pass the baton on. And so for Millie Rock and Miss Banks over there, I'm gonna tell y'all, yeah, LeBron is coming up, and he is gonna get his just dues and his flowers. It's just we old school. And we saw Jordan talk it, walk it, prove it, and then he'll punch you in your face if you didn't look at it. And LeBron sometimes just a little soft with it. You know, he want to be your buddy and ride on banana boats. And Cat
will fear Jordan.
Come
fear Jordan.
I'm just saying
he's gonna score 40. He's scoring 40.
I'm just saying that's the difference on why LeBron, Kobe, and Jordan were dogs, and they didn't want friends. LeBron is a different type, and I respect LeBron.
Different type of player.
That's my 2 cents.
I mean, you know, they still got beasts to this day. That's different. You know what I mean?
I mean, he's a Mount Rushmore player, regardless.
Oh, no doubt. I'm not taking. I never hate on LeBron. LeBron's a beast. Wherever he goes, he goes to the finals.
He's a leader.
He ain't Jordan. But he ain't Jordan.
I will hate all day on LeBron because of that soft.
I mean, he got that mentality.
The biggest crybaby in the world. How you gonna be 300 pounds and stomping off the court? Cause you man, they don't shoot like that. Like I tell them to shoot,
bro.
Good. But anyway, you know what? Though I'm sorry.
Like no,
they throw hate to the door.
I'm sorry.
My biggest argument has always been that the game that Michael Jordan and Larry Bird and all of them played is not the same game that we see today.
That's
and
right.
I think that there's a lot more
basketball.
They throw a lot more elbows, and I don't think LeBron would be able to survive in the Michael Jordan battle because he would be so butthurt that his little threes are the only things that's going to carry you. Like these
Bonnie,
are
I was with you.
I
was with you. I was with you the whole episode.
Hey, look.
You said some mess up. I was with you. I was with you till you said
now
that.
Y'all see.
This man
now
is 6'9", 260. He's beating up for. Don't get low.
He play different than he played back then.
Come on, LeBron, be wild.
Hold on, everybody.
6'9", 260.
Wait a minute. Let's let Drew get in. He's trying to get in.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, I got 2 hot takes when it comes to this. Well, 3, I guess. Kobe should be in there. It's not even an argument.
No brainer.
I don't know how that gets missed. Rest in peace to probably the greatest. That's my favorite, anyways.
Good man.
2 other ones. Dirk beat a game LeBron. Dirk was a revolutionary European player, one of the first players to ever really come out of Europe and dominate the way he did. That jump shot, that 3-point range. Him and Steve Nash were a force in Dallas. I would maybe put him in there. But the one that I would really, really, really consider putting in front of Curry would be Vince Carter. Just for what he revolutionized the game for, the ability that he had. He took a team in Toronto that had no business being in the playoffs and going game for game with a very, very competitive AI.
Insanity.
And that was
Daytona Beach, baby.
Hey, he also wanted to.
Okay,
go ahead, brother. Go ahead, brother.
Okay,
go ahead.
Why
he also played 3 decades of basketball.
Yeah,
It'll
That's
never
what I was
be
about to
done
say.
again.
Yep.
Yeah,
Daytona Beach, baby.
Actually, 4 different.
Do you have to win a ring to be great? Do you have to win a ring?
No.
To be great?
He didn't.
Vince never won a
Vince
ring.
never won one. He's definitely
But
great.
tell me
Charles
he
Barkley great. He never won one.
Carl Malone never won one.
Yep.
Yeah.
tell me he didn't revolutionize the dunk competition.
Oh, he had the greatest one ever.
It's the greatest dunk of all time.
Ever. Shut it down.
And for guys that were growing up in like I said, in Canada, we didn't have the markets like ESPN and all that national coverage for basketball.
Y'all got TSN.
We got Vince Carter, and he brought national notoriety and television to us.
That's fact.
For basketball.
Yeah. Big fact.
Yeah, Vince.
But didn't y'all have? Wait, hold on. Didn't y'all have Vancouver
for 2 years?
Yeah, wow. And then they moved to Memphis.
Yeah. They moved to Memphis, man. It was quick. I'm originally from Vancouver myself, and that franchise lasted, I think it was a total of 4 years, and then the rights got bought out, and they had no people coming in because in Vancouver it's very football with the BC Lions, and it's dominated in the NHL with the Canucks. There was just no market for them, so they didn't have the seats. They didn't do well. But Toronto, they had this guy named Vince Carter who was just putting people on the map.
And y'all got a chip 2 years ago, so I mean,
exactly.
I mean, y'all chipping now.
I think we definitely, even here in ATL when we had Vince, I definitely think we kind of took him for granted. We kind of got him at the end, But I really feel like his livelihood was taken for granted.
He's just a dog, man. He's a leader.
I think most of that came from like being in New Jersey because he was trying his hardest in New Jersey.
Big time. He tried so hard, man.
Yeah. So
big fact.
But you can't tell me that he doesn't deserve to be there overstaffed.
Right.
Oh, for sure.
There's a lot that do actually.
A lot of people can do that.
Better than anybody. Probably.
Yeah. If you look at the totality of his work,
I think that's why we love Jordan so much, is because he was able to take basketball, something that's very American, and make it international. He made it so that everybody could love it, and that's why we can't that's why it's very hard for me to be like, okay,
made Nike.
I don't know how I can put someone in front of so difficult. But I think that LeBron brings so much more back to our home advantage, back to the States, and
you talking, Millie. Tell Bonnie next time too.
I do tell her that.
Bonnie, man, I don't know what she's talking about over here.
I do think that LeBron deserves to be on this list, regardless of whatever. I think he deserves to be on it because he played with Kobe. He played against Kobe. Okay.
Can we just admit that we got so much greatness that we've got to watch ourselves? That's where the debate really ends.
No doubt.
I don't care if you tell me Jordan's the best, LeBron's the best, Kobe's the best. We got 3 players that we will never, ever, ever get to witness that kind of compete again.
Right.
Yeah,
that's real.
Yeah, that's excellent. Real. And my fellow ball brother from Missouri is taking my spot and telling me time tonight because I can't tell time. So I appreciate that, Will. Yes, it is.
That was me that told you time.
Oh, I'm sorry. My soon-to-be ball brother from Florida.
No, ain't no soon-to-be. No soon-to-be.
Take your hair, Conrad.
My daddy still got all his hair, so I'm good.
It's from your mother's grandfather.
He said your ponytail too tight.
All right. Well, we're gonna take
one at you, bro.
Don't cover me. No.
Yeah, cause hey.
All right, we're gonna take a quick pause for the cause and come back on the other side with more of this wonderful spicy talk. It's the MTMV. Oh, I was going to say main card. Help me, Lord. It's just program. MTMV Huddle Up.
Huddle Up, baby.
Raising my stock, demons I block, this is for God. I got a whole block on hitting on the stereo. Came up, mama heard me on the radio. Came up on the rise, I've been tripping, bro. Oh, ain't nobody taking over this my county, bro. Yeah, be a god to my feet, yeah, the armor complete. On the wave with my fleet, this is day, we gon' bleed, yeah. I've been on a switch, try to cut my wings. Yeah, I gotta pick up these bones. They not. I'm a Latino and strong. BDD bum. Let it talk. Let it talk. Let it talk. I put that thing in a toaster. Yeah, I'ma do it on poster. She tryna run with a coaster. I got that cup in the holster. I took it off. Blood in the cup and it's kosher. She tryna run in my clip. I gotta double the switch. I got Nintendo rounds and I got it ready to hit. They try to play with my homies. wish I could say it. We gotta answer to God. This is my version of the song. And if you thought I forgot, I got ready for you all. Let it talk. Let it talk. Let it talk.
Welcome back to the Huddle Up, sports fans. It's time for some spicy talk, and we're doing things a little different today. Instead of having mano y mano, is mano y mano y mano. So 3 squads, 3 different people. First round is a knockout round. We on the question that's posed today is, if you are starting an NFL franchise, do you want to start with Kyler Murray, Lamar Jackson, or Deshaun Watson? So we're going to start off with, we're going to start off in order. So first being the Kyler Murray team. Someone kick things off. You have 2 minutes, 1 minute for whoever kicks off, and then the minute left is for rebuttal. Actually, we'll make it 3. We'll make it 3. We'll make things a little different this time.
Like
so
who gonna start us off?
1 minute for
Go
kickoff, and then 2 minutes for the remaining people. Clock is starting.
Who up?
Kyler.
Who else?
Kyler Murray.
With Kyler Murray?
Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Rob.
All right, so if I'm starting my franchise and I'm picking Kyler Murray, first of all, I'm looking at money. If I'm in this for the business, I'm looking at the overall ticket sales. So Kyler Murray off the top, just to sell the tickets. He got the it factor. He's flashy. He's going to bring in both the college fans as well as the NFL fans, because he's bringing that, as well as the minority factor, because it's a lot of black people that rock with the NBA more so than the NFL. So if I'm trying to get the black fans in, I'm trying to get those ticket sales up via this whole COVID deal, I'm going with Kyler Murray because he got the it factor. And I'll break down his stats later. But that's my opening argument.
All right. There's a minute left on the clock for the remaining, or I should say 2 minutes on the clock for the remaining Kyler Murray squad. So it's open for you all.
I mean, I think when you look at all 3, you look at Kyler Murray, Lamar Jackson, and Deshaun Watson, you got to look. We're watching Lamar Jackson regress. And obviously, we understand what talent he has. We understand what he brings to the table. But Kyler Murray is box office right now. He was amazing in his rookie year, and he's doing even better once you give him an all-pro receiver. Now, we will shout out for the Houston Texans for making the dumbest trade, probably probably top 5 in NFL history, for trading away DeAndre Hopkins. We watch what he can do on the field, especially on Sunday, putting the Jordan up and catching between three defenders. Yep. Now, I think when you got to look at Kyler Murray, he has it. He has the it. He's small. You didn't think he'd do a lot. He knows he's accurate with the ball. He's accurate on the run. He's doing things that we're expecting Lamar Jackson to do. Deshaun Watson, to me, is absolutely amazing, but we're seeing what happens when he doesn't have a lot of people around him. He consistently was a playoff team, and when you're seeing now that you lost DeAndre, that team now, I mean, we can't say they're doing great this year at all. So, I mean, when you look at between the 3, you got to go with Kyler Murray. He's the youngest of the group. He's still on his rookie contract, bringing in sales, saving money, always looking at the business side as well. But you got to go with Kyler Murray out of the 3 right now for who you gonna build your franchise with.
All right, 30 seconds.
And then also you got to look at at ceiling. It looks like Lamar has probably reached his ceiling. He had improved from his rookie season in passing, and then he's gone back to I don't know what. Like his passing has regressed tremendously, and teams just kind of pretty much figure him out and stopping him as far as running the ball. And then you have Deshaun. I love Deshaun. Deshaun's a baller, but it's like I feel like Deshaun has he reached his ceiling also. Like, is that the best we're going to see of Deshaun Watson? But I don't feel like we've seen the best of Kyler Murray.
All right, that's time. 5 points for the Kyler Murray squad. Lamar Jackson is up next. So, Millie West, Whichever of you all are gonna take the floor. Floor is yours.
Okay, cool. Okay, so what we're looking at is a generational type of talent, man, in Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson came from Louisville. I know we're not talking college right now, but you have to look at his body of work and what type of player you drafted from the school. He goes to Louisville that has been struggling since he's left. You know what I mean? He developed into one of the top quarterbacks. Not only that, wind up going to Baltimore, gets booed his first season, but second season he balls out. And not just ball out, he gets the attention of Michael Vick, one of the GOATs in my life, one of the GOATs. I would say, because that electricity that you get with Michael Vick, you haven't seen it since Vick. And then when you see this guy come in, he gives it to you. This year, yes, he has regressed as a passer, but you got to understand, defenses adjust to good players. But when you have defenses adjusting to a good player, you know, the good players become great when they learn how to get up out of that. I would say to my counterpart, to my teammate.
Time.
Sorry. Go ahead.
It's all right. Millie, the floor is yours.
Right. It's no problem. I'm gonna take over. You know, I think it's crazy that I'm hearing people say that he's reached his ceiling, because his first year was in 2018 and he only had 1,200 passing yards. His next season, he had 3,000. That's a crazy jump. And then this year, we're entering into the 10th week, right? And he's had 1,700. So he's still doing better than his first year. I don't think, just like my teammate said, Mr. West, defenses have adjusted. The one thing that you can count on from Lamar Jackson is him being an underdog. Right now, their team is 6-3. Their win, if they do win, right, in this upcoming game, is going to be very determining of them getting to the playoffs. And I think Lamar Jackson has shown that when you want to bet against him, he's going to do his ultimate best to lead his team. We're talking about, he was selected for Pro Bowl in his second year of being in the league. The ceiling, I don't think we're there yet. I think he's just growing into what it's like. He went so far this season.
That was
so we had the whole three. We had the whole three?
Yes. More than three, actually. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Hey,
so,
teammate.
All right. 4 points for the Lamar team. All right. Bonnie and Deshaun. You all have, I'm not Deshaun, help me, Lord. Drew. I wrote down Drew. So Bonnie, Drew, Bonnie. My Bonnie lives over the ocean.
That sounds like a dope clothing line. Drew Bonnie.
Yeah, it sounds great. I'm in.
All right. Well, you all work out the details afterward. I will take my 10% for finder's fee. But you all are on the clock now. Tell us why you will build with Deshaun Watson.
Go ahead, Drew. Let me just.
All right, here we go. I'm going to do this real speed quick. It is not Deshaun Watson's fault that he had a terrible coach, general manager Bill O'Brien. You traded DeAndre Hopkins for a washed-up running back and a second-round pick. Not his fault. When was the last time that you've watched a Texans game and said, man, Deshaun Watson made a really dumb play? Never. The guy's flawless. He makes good running patterns. He's a great passer. Whatever tools you give him, he works with. It's not his fault his defense. It's not his fault his defense is aging. It's not his fault that they can't stay healthy. He's played every game. He's been incredible when needed. He's had, I think it was 4,300 passing yards last year. He's already at 28. I think what is he at now? 21, 2,200 already. The guy has an immaculate touch. He just needs the talent around him that obviously Bill O'Brien threw out the door.
Yeah, I agree.
Go ahead.
I agree. I think that Deshaun is elite talent. There are some holes, in what he does, but I think that he's very precise. He's very accurate. I'm not picking Kyler Murray for my team because he's too short, so he's just out of the running anyway. And with Lamar Jackson, he struggles with passing accuracy with me. Playoff games. I mean, there's so many stuff with him that I'm like, I would definitely bet Deshaun over him every day.
He's taller than the fifth grader.
How much time do I have left?
30 seconds.
Lamar's best game passing was in the rain last night in New England. And Kyler Murray, yes, he's going to be a stud. But like my cohort related to, Kyler Murray is just, he's a flash, man. He's a flash in the pan. He's got targets with him. He's got Christian Kirk. He's got Larry Fitzgerald. He's got DeAndre Hopkins. Again, not Arizona's fault for making the greatest one-sided trade of all time.
And who does Lamar have?
But
who does Lamar have? And he's still showing out.
Deshaun is a freak.
All right. So that is
Still
5 points for the Deshaun Jackson team, which means that Millie West, we appreciate your participation, but you all have been knocked out. So Lamar Jackson is out of the.
I feel like there's a vendetta against Lamar right now, but
nobody was counting for us for real.
I know, right? Like,
he wasn't listening to the direction.
Well, you gotta think he went 14-2. There's no excuse for what's happening this year.
All right, we're gonna keep things moving. We thank you all. We
only lost 3 games, bro. Like you lose one more game.
Understood, but you couldn't verbalize that as well. All right. So with that being said, knockout round, we're gonna put 2 minutes on the clock for each of the teams. You'll have 2 minutes to speak. And see, Micah, we did not hear from you regarding Kyler Murray. So we're gonna start with you, sir. And the time starts now.
They say Kyler Murray is too short. I heard everybody on here say that, but the thing is, Drew Brees is also short. It's all about the way he throws the ball. Kyler Murray throws the ball over his head. How many times do you see his ball get batted down? Not a lot, because the way he throws it. His release point is very, very high. That's why I have ultimate faith in Kyler Murray. Also, they don't have the most greatest line, but he doesn't get sacked a whole lot. Why? He is a lightning flash. So if you're a lightning flash and you can throw the ball, you're going to be good. And he's young, which means we got at least 7 to 8 years of this.
Big fact.
All right. There's another minute 30 left for the remainder of the team.
We gonna piggyback here real quick.
Yes, sir.
We good, Miles? All right. So if you look at it from this season right here, compared to the other 2 quarterbacks that were being discussed, Kyler Murray is 12th in the league in passing yards, 12th in touchdowns thrown, 3rd in the league for passes more than 40 yards or more with accuracy, and he's top 10 in first downs thrown. So when you look at it, that height and everything that everybody's throwing up, it really doesn't matter because he's in the top 15 with the greats. And I'm talking about he's up there with the Aaron Rodgers, the Drew Brees, the Tom Brady's, some of the taller quarterbacks in the league, and he has more passing yards than any of the 2 quarterbacks that were discussed on this evening.
Hey.
Rob, I said he's bigger than a 5th grader.
You had your time, sir.
That's debatable.
You didn't have your time, sir. All right, 30 seconds left.
And yo, check it. I really like Kyler's game. You can see how he's improving the more that he plays. He throws a very good ball. As far as even that deep ball, he even threw the D hop was a nice spiral, so catchable. On the I'm saying, on the run, and he's very fast and elusive, and he doesn't take as many hits. And of course Lamar Jackson's out of it now, but he doesn't take as many. Even Deshaun Watson takes quite a bit of hits. He's sacked a lot, so he's very elusive.
All right, that was a 8-point round for Kyler Murray.
You got something in this sleeve.
He
got that face like I'm about to kill y'all.
That's because he's Googling while I'm hitting them stats. That's
right. All right.
I love it.
The duo of Drew, Bonnie, Drew. It's up to you, and the time starts now.
Bonnie, you can start this.
Oh, okay. Here we go. Not ready. I was not ready. Dang. It's not a good one for me to start. Okay, let's see what my little note tab here. What are you thinking? Why would you choose to?
-2.
I try to be a gentleman on this one too.
You might need to step in. Got 30 seconds.
I feel like Deshaun Watson doesn't have a lot of pieces around him. He's still very good at what he does. Dang. You guys kind of got me on this one. Go ahead, Drew. Like, I can only piggyback off of what I know.
All right. Well, I brought up a lot of hot takes on that last one, but if we did surround him with a better core offensive line wise, you guys are saying that Kyler doesn't have anything. My boy Deshaun is under pressure constantly, so that's it's a hard game for him, man. He's like I said earlier, his arm is an absolute cannon. When he lets that thing go, he can bomb 60 yards down the field. If he had a valuable receiver, like I said earlier, he would be in a conversation and even a team around him right now. He's got Randall Cobb, which I mean is 1,000 years old at this point. Will Fuller. Great season by Will Fuller so far. I think that chemistry between him and Deshaun has really improved over this past year. When I heard the Green Bay rumors for Fuller, I thought that was asinine. It's not like you couldn't get rid of any other receivers that Deshaun needs. They're in a rebuild mode too, but they got a great piece at Deshaun to start the season. So I look forward to what's in the future for my boy Deshaun.
All right, you all have like 15 seconds left.
The Texans are 6-3 right now.
Also, I will say, okay, hold on. Texans will not make the playoffs this year, obviously, but Kyler Murray, that pass should have been picked off if my boy Josh Norman was in the game.
All right, that is time.
I mean,
that is time.
Josh Norman, hey, he's still getting stiffed on by Derrick Henry.
He's still over there, but
still falling down to the ground. What you talking about?
All right, well, with an 8-2 round, looks like Kyler Murray is.
I'm sorry, Drew.
And is the person who we're building our team around. We're going to take a quick break and come back. It is the MTMV Huddle Up. Keep it locked.
Hey, what's up? This is your boy Kanye Westside. This episode of the Huddle Up is brought to you by iHeartMedia. Thank you for checking us out on all streaming platforms. But make sure you check out the iHeart. Subscribe to us right there. Also, because we got our guests in the building,
all right,
you to check out
sports fans.
Newlanta,
welcome back to the Huddle Up. We're getting ready to close things out, and you know we like to give time for shout outs and salutes. And since we have three different podcasts on the show today, we're going to use the floor to everyone who's on, starting with the ladies of Newlanta, Millie Rock and Bonnie Banks. Share with us a bit about your podcast, where we can hear it and where we can connect with you.
Yeah, so it's Newlanta, and we're on YouTube. We also have a Smart Mouth podcast that's on iTunes, Podbean, Anchor, Spotify. You can follow us at Newlanta _ on Instagram. Millie's got someone right there where you can. I don't know if you can see it. It's kind of blurred. Can't see it. But yeah, you can follow us. You can. We do Cuties and Cocktails majority of the Monday nights at 7 p.m. where you can talk to us, and we talk about politics. We talk about sports. We talk about just gossip, entertainment, anything that's going on that's influential to the Atlanta culture. We interview artists, entrepreneurs, people that are just making an impact in Atlanta as of right now. Of course, we want to expand. But yeah, that's what we do. We're media moguls. I'm Bonnie Banks, and that's what we're on.
I'm Millie Rock. So just come and catch this daily drip from the Big Peach. Follow us at Newlanta _
All right, daily drip from the Big Peach, Newlanta _ Love it. All right, Andrew with the Boom Town.
Yeah, thanks for I really appreciate you guys having me on for this. It was a lot of fun, man. Shout out to the MTMV crew. Man, you can follow me at Andrew Khan on Twitter. You can follow us on Facebook, the Boomtown Pod. All things MMA. We follow a little MMA from Bellator, UFC. We do some boxing in there as well. Shout out to my boy Crawford. Stays undefeated. That guy's a freak. Man, we just have a lot of fun. And usually I got a pretty good segment that comes out every Thursday. So this week's segment, I'm actually got joined by a guy who fought for the middleweight title in the UFC, Patrick the Predator Cote. So he definitely lost to Anderson Silva.
Yes.
Took that L, but that was Silva in his prime. So I'm looking forward to the.
He should have came in on weight. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, looking forward to putting that on for y'all, man. And speaking of Anderson Silva, he just had probably his last fight. So shout out to one of the GOATs.
Facts.
Hey, what was that IG tag real quick, Drew?
Yeah, you guys can follow me at Akon Williams.
Can you spell that?
Williams.
AKAUN Williams.
All right.
No, y'all can put y'all things in the.
Yeah, you know what, Matt? I was trying, but I was on the spot. There was a lot of pressure.
I love how they like to tell you.
There's a
All
lot
right.
of pressure.
Wait, it's AKAUN?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Williams?
Yeah.
It's not coming
There
out.
it is.
Oh, this is. I've been having problems with the old ID.
Having problems.
Well, we'll make sure we link to things. Last but not least,
Put it in the chat, Andrew.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Last but not least, my brethren from St. Louis, well, not just from St. Louis, but brethren in ministry looking to move the gospel forward through urban ministry with the Not the Same podcast, music, faith, and sports. Tell us a bit more about the podcast, gentlemen.
St. Louis getting a lot of love today.
Brother, you did so good. You just did about the whole commercial. No, I'm kidding.
Great intro. Great intro.
Great intro. We from St. Louis though, that's why we get it. No, but we appreciate y'all having us on. We Not the Same podcast, music, faith, and sports, like he said. Most of the music we talk about is Christian hip hop, CHH, and all type of sports and faith, the Christian faith that we both, me and my brother Rob Redeem. And it gets crazy because we got a lot of coworkers that get on there and ask crazy, ratchet questions, and we answer them. So, it's the type of stuff we do. You can follow us on all type of social media, Not the Same Podcast. And we also have a website, notthesamepodcast.com. And we air on video on Thursday nights. And we recently just joined the MTMV Podcast Network.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Nice.
Yeah.
And I think we'll be airing on Mondays. Yep.
Yes,
So see, do you guys do like conspiracy theories of religion on your podcast?
Rob does. Sometimes.
Bro, please invite me out because, like,
Yeah, I love
I'm
a
a big
good listening to
theologian,
that.
Yeah. Boy, got books on deck.
Yeah, I'll just say tune in every Thursday at 6. 7 o'clock y'all time. We on for an hour. We respect y'all
What are you
time.
on?
Huh?
What are you on?
Facebook, YouTube,
Facebook,
Twitter,
YouTube, Spotify, Twitter.
Yep.
Okay.
All the spots that's behind me here. You
shameless plug.
My shameless plug behind me.
Got the backdrop.
Yeah, we're very excited to have you all join the MTMV Podcast Network, and hopefully, as time goes on, we'll be adding to some of those many outlets that you just mentioned as far as places to go. Been watching you all from the sidelines for a minute, like what you've been doing, and again, we are so glad to have you all here within the podcast network, and just looking forward to building. So you all can definitely catch them on all those things they said at Not the Same Podcast. If you subscribe to the MTMV podcast feeds now, then you got it in Anchor, Spotify, Apple Music, TuneIn, you name it. We're out there and we're doing things. iHeartRadio. So, you can listen to us and all the wonderful things that we provide, as well as the wonderful shows on the network. We got Red and Bold. We have basketball sometimes. Hard in the Paint.
Hard in the Paint.
Coming back.
Shots. Come on with the shots, man.
Yeah, so, I gotta get
Don't
you.
worry, I know your eyelashes and the bang on there too, so it's perfect.
That Gorilla Glue though.
For those who didn't catch us in between, but yeah, so those things, the main card when I'm able to do it, of course, you have the Huddle Up and all the interviews that Rick does, KYP. You name it, so many different podcasts that we have. Feel free to again subscribe so that you can be you can be in the loop and have those directly on your devices when they drop, including shameless plug for Timeout. That's every Sunday. So get your get your inspiration as you're on your way to church or wherever you're going to. So sports and inspiration all mixed up in
sports and inspiration.
Yes. All right.
Love it.
All right. Well, that is going to do it for the Huddle Up today. In the absence of El Capitan Rick Sincere, we want to say thank you all for tuning in. Keep it locked. And
can I say one more thing?
Yes, sir.
So me and Rob are both also Christian hip hop rappers, and we did a joint EP. And it's coming out on Black Friday.
That's right.
We just dropped a single last Friday called No Way. Look us up and
what's your name?
I just put it in the chat.
We just put it in the chat. So look us up on that.
Yeah, for those
make sure you connect with us because we love to interview artists, especially when you have new projects out.
Yeah, I just followed y'all, so I got it. So if I jump in the DMs, it's about that. Not
funny business.
Okay, because Newlanta is for business.
Yes.
It's okay.
We some married brothers. We try to keep
slide in the DMs.
I don't know. You might. Now, if you stumble into one of our personal pages, you're gonna get the eyes.
No, you might just stay in that little.
He said he's not gonna slide in. He's gonna into the DMs.
I let Rob send the message.
Rob was talking about getting in the eyelash, so we can slide in the eyelash.
Hey, look, y'all think I'm playing, man. When I get to come up on these lashes, I'm telling you, I'm the plug.
I'm the plug.
All right, I think that's a great place to stop. So be on the lookout for the Rob Redeem lashes and the MTMP.
Not on Rob Redeem, but just slang it.
Yeah.
Sponsored by
MTMV. Sponsored by the Not the Same podcast. And MTMV, we're getting ready to get into the hair weave business too. So everybody gonna have their side hustles. But anyway,
for the band.
Until next time, everybody. God bless.
Everybody, hold on. Everybody, check out my faith-based comic book.
Oh yeah, please. Yeah,
that's dope, bro.
That superhero, black superhero in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Power comes from the Holy Spirit. He's fighting crime, and he also fights evil spirits. You know what I'm saying? So check it out.
Dope.
Just released the second issue about a month ago.
What's the name? What's the name of it, brother? Like you
Legacy
like getting your
AD. Legacy AD.
Oh, Legacy AD.
Yeah.
Put that in the chat, brother. We definitely gonna find.
I'm trying to find Newlanta.
Love all of this greatness.
Yeah, it's Newlanta _ for them. We are going to bring the show to an end, and we're going to continue our talking and what is it? I was going to say networking. Thank you. West Side, the best side. Camaraderie. Yes, our net camaraderie. But until next time, everybody, God bless and keep it together. We're out.